I'm Mark Pitchers, wader wearing, tea drinking, beard trimming carp freak. I've been an angler for over 30 years and I've caught carp from waters far and wide, big and small. For me, it doesn't matter where, as long as the challenge is exciting and inspiring. But now the tables have turned and it's over to you, the public, to assign my next mission on Fox's Facebook page.
It's not exactly the easiest challenge, is it?
Rivers and lakes, rigs and baits.
You fell to the cat meat.
There's been a number of incredibly tough challenges during this series. Have you been drinking de-icer again? Some of which I've knocked out the park.
Challenge completed.
Others have dealt me a devastating blow. But I'm still here and ready to pick up any gauntlet that is thrown down. This carp freak is not giving up without a fight. This is the challenge. What's up, carp freaks, and welcome to episode 10 of the challenge. As you can see, I'm not by a lake, I'm actually outside my garage. I've just been prepping all my kit and loading the van ready for tomorrow's challenge. Myself and Harry have been at the Northern Angling Show all this weekend, and Harry's followed me back to my house to film this little segment and also have a bit of a slumber party, really. Anyway, the challenge, it comes in from Dave Preston, and it's called Play Your Carp Right. Mark has to catch a carp, then predict whether the next carp will weigh more or less than the previous capture. Need to complete a sequence of 5 correct guesses, get it wrong and start all over again. As if that wasn't hard enough, a question at the start will determine whether Mark or Harry chooses the bait. That to me sounds impossible. I'm not Mystic Meg or Derren Brown. I can't see into the future. I just don't see how it's even remotely doable. We've only got 48 hours to do this challenge. I'm going to need all the luck I can get, which is why I'm going to give my lucky horseshoe a rub, like I do before I go out on any session. So all that's left for me and Harry to do now really is to get into our PJs and have a bit of a pillow fight, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and here we are at the venue that I think will give me the best possible chance of passing this challenge, albeit a very, very slim one. I am just down the road from me, just 2 hours down the road from me, at Scunthorpe at Messingham Sands Fishery. And I have come here with something of a game plan. Harry knows nothing about this. Messingham is a very popular match fishing complex. There's also a very nice syndicate lake here too. Now, the average size in the match pools is generally 5-6 pounds. The average size in the syndicate lake is around 15 pounds. So, my plan is start on the match lake, £5-pounder, over at the Syndicate Lake. If I get one, then it should be about £15. Match Lake, Syndicate Lake, Match Lake, Syndicate Lake. I win.
That's just ridiculous. That's not a challenge.
How is it?
Not a challenge. You're literally going against like the grain of
It's
what
just
this whole-
using my brain, trying to overcome these obstacles.
I'm not having it. You can't do that. That's no fun. No, the people watching it are going to think, well, you're just being a bit of an idiot.
I thought it was been very clever, actually. Definitely not an idiot.
No, I'm not having it. Okay, whatever lake you start on, you have to fish. You can fish the Match Lake if you want. You can fish the Syndicate if you want, but you can't fish both. Start on one, stick to one, and do the challenge properly.
Okay. Well, I've learned there's no point in arguing with you, so I was probably pushing my luck a bit. Fair enough. Right, I'll get the van unloaded then. Well, before I start unloading any more kit out of the van, I'm going to want to know what bait I'm going to need for this session, because Dave did stipulate in his challenge suggestion that I'll have a question to answer. If I get it wrong, Harry chooses the bait. If I get it right, I choose the bait. I brought along quite a selection with me actually. I've got with me a few gallon of frozen maggots, pellets, boilies, pop-ups, dips, liquids, all sorts. So Harry, do you have a question for me?
I do. This weekend at the Northern Show, I did a poll of 100 carp anglers.
That was sneaky.
Yeah, I did. So basically, I asked each and every one of them whether in the winter they fish for other species.
Ooh, right,
Okay.
yeah.
So, was it higher or lower than 45 that people said yes, they do fish for other species in the winter? Higher or lower than 45?
Well, judging from my Instagram news feed, all the pictures of perch and grayling this winter, higher, way higher.
Higher than 45?
Yeah, I reckon it'd be 60s.
Yeah?
Yes, 65, 68, I reckon.
That your final answer?
Yeah.
It was actually 36.
No way.
Yep.
My newsfeed's clogged with pictures of perch.
It might be, but people still go carp fishing in the winter, but they might not catch any carp. But the people who go fishing for the smaller species generally do catch.
I'm not having that.
Well, that's the answer. So I guess I'm going to pick your bait.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm not going to pick what bait you have to use. I'm just going to pick what bait you can't use. You've done quite well on maggots this year.
You were going to do that, yeah.
You've caught quite a lot of fish this week using maggots.
I have,
You
yeah.
did really well on the last challenge using maggots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't use them.
Right.
Anything else you've got with you can use. That's absolutely fine.
Oh, well.
But maggots, no.
Okay. Although big and heavy to carry anyway, so. All right. Okay.
Load it up.
Load it up. Well, here we are in the swim that I've chosen. Lake's actually a little bit busier than I expected. There's 3 anglers on the bank to my right, and there's a guy set up directly opposite me. But I've picked a very central area of the lake. That way, I can see the whole lake from where I am. So if any fish shows, I'll be able to
well, I can kind of cover the whole of the lake actually for me. I can kind of cast to it. Doesn't matter what them there, chuck over them. I don't know where I'm going with this. As soon as I said it, I thought, no, I can't really say. Anyway, I've got a rod all set up here, ready to go. As you can see, the conditions now, the sun is beaming. It's almost like a spring day. Still very, very cold, but it's a nice bright day, and it really is crying out for a zig. And here's the zig that I've set up. It's only a little short fella. I mean, it's more of a ziglet, I suppose. But I've just had a cast around with a bare lead. I haven't really got the marker rod up. I've had a cast around with a bare lead and just feeling it down. It feels to be mainly 3 to 4 feet deep. So I've got this one set up at 14 inches, so it's kind of just above that bottom third, if you like, or pretty much that bottom third. And yeah, I'm hoping that does the biz. I've got a yellow zig liner there with a bit of black foam. The black does actually stand out quite well in the coloured water, like we've got here. So I've had a little lead around. I felt an area that kind of attracted my attention. It's probably about 70 yards out there, so it's all clipped up, ready to go. Let's get it out there.
Now, although I'm just casting round single zigger liners in an attempt to locate fish, if I do get a bite, obviously I want to know I'm going to be able to put a rig straight back out there on that exact same mark. Now, all I've got here is some of the marker elastic, and I'm just going to tie that just about a foot above where the line is in the clip. So if we do get a bite on this rod, it's just a case of having a bit of either a dummy cast somewhere until I can find the piece of elastic, then put it in the clip and bang it back out to that same mark. Or of course you could do the other option, which is wrap it round the distance sticks. But once I do start, once I do find a productive area, then what I'll do, I will make a note of that area by wrapping it around the distance sticks, and I'll make a note of that on my phone, and I'll probably just put both rods on that same mark, which may be whatever, I don't know, 15, 16 wraps. And the rods have been in the water about an hour, and I actually expected to get one quite quickly. It just looks so prime for a zig. I actually honestly thought I'd have had something by now. I haven't seen any signs of fish. I've not seen anything show. Quite a few of us on the lake now, but nothing's been caught yet. But I reckon if I don't have a sausage sandwich soon, I'm going to lose the will to live. So I'm going to have a sausage sandwich, and I want to tie up a few of the rigs, and there's a few other tactics that I can resort to. So yeah, I'm going to have the sausage sandwich and then sort of get myself a little bit more prepared for the day and the night to come.
They're not sausages though.
They are.
They're not.
They are.
They look like burgers.
No, they're heart-shaped sausages.
They're heart.
It is my late Valentine's gift to you. Sorry.
A burnt heart made out of.
My meat in heart-shaped. My meat in heart form. That's my gift to you. I'm having a change of tactics here now. I think I've given the zigs as long as I dare, really. I've had a good 5 hours of having a regular recasting just to try and attempt to locate fish, and it just hasn't worked really. Haven't seen any signs of fish either, to be honest.
But yeah, change of tactics now. I'm going over to solid PVA bags. I've just got a mixture of fine pellets in here, a little bit of ground bait in there as well. Nice little short rig with a bright yellow Northern Special pop-up. I've had a little bit of a lead around, found an area. I just felt a little bit firmer than sort of the surrounding area. So I've clipped that up. It's about 16.5 wraps. So yeah, we've got the bag more or less tied up here. It's about 2 hours of daylight remaining. So what I'm going to do, just have, I don't know, maybe recast every half hour for like the last 2 hours of daylight, just to try and build up that one area with a little bit of scent, a little bit of food going in that spot. And also I'll spread a little bit of bait in the general area with a throwing stick as well, just to try and draw any passing fish onto that little tight cluster of bait.
What's the general mood?
I'm bricking it, to be honest. I was so confident in them little zigs working, and I know they'd only been in the water 5 hours, but challenge isn't even up and running yet, is it?
No.
And I have to catch at least six to be able to string 5 guesses together. I don't know.
What's that?
Man shouting yes. Might be a man from Del Monte. You don't even know what that is, do you?
No, it's lost
Not
on
a
me.
clue.
Lost on me. Completely.
The man from Del Monte, he likes to say yes.
No,
You've no
it just
idea who he
means
is.
Nothing to me.
You need to Google him.
What is it?
Man from Del Monte. He used to always say yes. He used to like test the quality of fruit. He never even used to
In what?
in an advert in like the 80s.
Right.
He used to go around with his knife, sort of with a pineapple and stuff. And I don't even think he used to say yes. He used to get it, eat it, and just go like that. I don't think he actually said yes. Then everyone used to go mental, go, oh, the man from Del Monte, he said yes. No? Forget it. Mate, he said every bite he's had out of it has been a drop back. So maybe it's a brain, maybe it's not. Get off. Yeah, it's brain or nothing. Nothing. Interesting though. Well, I've just recast a solid PVA bag. I went about 15 yard farther than the previous cast. That had only been in the water 5 minutes. Had a little bit of a knock, and then the bobbin just hit the deck. So it's an occurrence. Nothing's resulted from it, but it's an occurrence. At least there is fish of some description. I mean, it must have been a take. The lead had moved. I probably reeled in a good sort of half a rod length or more before I connected with the lead. So the lead had obviously moved. So there's something out there. I mean, that rod had only been in the water 5 minutes after casting that extra sort of 15 yard. So sort of encouraging. Disappointing not to have landed whatever it was, but let's get another PVA bag tied and wang it straight back out on that spot. Well, because I've just had that funny little take and a drop back, I'm going to change over the indicators. I was using a chain, a bobbin with a chain. I'm now going to switch over to using the springer arms. I'm now fishing sort of approaching 80 yard range, and it will improve bite indication at that extra distance. Also, there's quite a lot of undertow here. The bobbins have sort of been tightening up sort of gradually through the day, and I keep having to peel a little bit more line off. So it'll certainly help to combat that undertow. Unpick. Is that you?
Nope.
Sure.
It's definitely not me, I'm telling you. What do you reckon?
I reckon I've just caught a bream. Well, it's something. It's I mean, I haven't had any breamy bites or anything at the shorter distances I've been fishing. So if the bream are in that sort of 80-yard area, if they're happy and comfortable there, then hopefully the carp won't be far away either. Come on. Go on. I think it's a bream. Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on. Can't be. I just reeled it in 50 yards in about 5 seconds. I don't think it's a carp. I think it's just a big bream. What's going on? It's a carp. I was not expecting. It's not a bad one either, is it? God, I wasn't expecting that. What chance have I got of guessing if it's bigger or small if I can't even guess the species? That was crazy, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, he has picked it up good and proper, hasn't he? Oh, he's gone over it and under it and back over it again. And, why? Here he is, here he is. He's going. Yes! That's not a bad sized fish either. Huh. 17 pounds 6 ounces. So here we are off the mark, the challenge is alive, sort of. 17 pound 6 ounces, which is actually bigger than average for the lake, so it kind of makes things a little bit easier when it comes to predicting what the next fish will weigh. The odds are sort of in my favour, if you like, but I don't really know at what point I have to guess what the next fish will be. Harry, can you tell me more?
Well, slip the fish back, and then we can have a discussion.
Excellent, let's do that. Well, that fish is safely back and the spag ball is nearly done. So Harry, I would like to know what exactly are the parameters here. At what point do I have to guess the weight of this next fish, should it ever arrive?
What would be your ideal point? What would you like to say?
I would say that point where it's wallowing around on the top about 2 seconds before it slips over the net cord.
Oh.
That would be nice.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Ah.
No. How about now?
I mean, it's just a gamble. It's just a lottery, isn't it? It's pure luck. I like to think my angling, is down to something other than pure luck and chance.
Okay.
Really.
Sometimes. Sometimes, not always. I will let you have a small amount of, you could call it skill, imparted into the decision. I'll give you 30 seconds from your next bite to decide whether it's higher or lower than your last fish.
Okay. That could work, because after 20 seconds, that last fish was wallowing around in front of me. So...
Okay, but I will take only your first answer. You can't and ah about it. Whatever you say first, that's what I take.
Okay. That sounds relatively fair, actually. Okay, yeah, let's just hope we actually get another take.
It's been a couple of hours now since I had that fish, and it really has sort of died a death. We had that sort of half an hour where there was that little flurry of activity. I had that missed take, then I had the bream, then I had the carp, and then it just ended as quickly as it all began. Even the bream aren't cooperating now, and I am really thinking that the thought that's running through my mind now is it's going to be a struggle to get another 5 fish, let alone guess them in the right sort of sequence, higher or lower. It is going to be tough going. I think this is the toughest challenge yet. I really do. But I'm going to try and get my head down for a few hours sleep. Hopefully I'll be awoken at some point during the night, but I think I'll see you in the morning.
Well?
When's the countdown run from?
It ran from about 20 seconds ago.
It's smaller. It is smaller. I've been awake most of the night. I just haven't been able to settle at all. I've not heard a thing. The moon is so bright tonight that the lake is just like a mirror. And I've been awake all night thinking, oh my God, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And then it's happened. I do believe, Harry, that is smaller than the first one. I've just seen it.
You sure?
I'm absolutely positive. It is. It's quite a lot smaller. He's got in the net. He's got in the net. Yes, he did go in the net. Oh, yes, that's smaller. I reckon that's probably £13, something like that. That's 14.8. Well, earlier on I said sort of by powers of deduction this one should have been smaller because at £17 the previous fish was above average size, so that kind of made it a little bit easier to guess this one. So here he is, and like I said, this is kind of average size for the lake, which does make things a little bit more tricky. It's not often I'd say this, but I'd rather this came in sort of £4 lighter. If this had been £10, it would have made my next guess a little bit easier. But I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Hopefully the next bite won't be too far away, and I'll get a chance to have another guess. Good morning. It's been a
Stop.
fairly
You need to say how big, or whether it's bigger or smaller.
Harry's cottoned on to me delay tactics. I think this one is fractionally bigger. Well, I didn't get a great deal of sleep last night. We had that second carp, and then I had a little flurry of bream activity which kept me awake for a few hours after that. Harry was actually awake before me this morning. And we've actually seen a couple of fish, 3 fish show since first light. And this, I think, may be one of them. A fish showed just off to the right, much closer in than what I have been fishing, probably only 30 yards. I just cast a single hook bait at it, a single yellow Northern Special pop-up, and it was in the water a couple of minutes. Yes!
Is that bigger?
That
Or is it
is
smaller?
close. I don't know. I'm just happy to get another bite, to be honest with you. Only the scales can tell on that one.
Oh,
No idea. I think this is close. Very close. It's not as long as the last fish. It's a little bit fatter, a little bit more solid. I've got this. Oh, I said it was close.
you are a jammy man. You are so lucky.
It doesn't make it any easy for the next one though, does it? That's definitely the best looking fish we've had so far. It's absolutely freezing, mind. But that really is very typical of winter fishing. See next to nothing. Then saw a couple of fish show this morning. One showed much shorter than where we had been fishing. Cast a single hook bait to it, and that rod hadn't been in the water 2 minutes, and it was away. So my hands are getting cold now. I'm going to slip him back, get that rod straight back on that spot, because hopefully there's a few more fish in that area that are quite a bit bigger or quite a bit smaller than this one. That's so funny. Well, it's mid-morning now and I haven't had any action at all since fish number 3. This is proven to be very frustrating. Ordinarily at this time of year I would expect the fish to be fairly tightly grouped up. So if you can find one, then chances are there'll be others in the vicinity. So if you catch one fish, then you can often get 2 or 3 fish in quick succession. And that is really what I felt I needed to do in order to pass this challenge, but it just hasn't been the way at all. There's been such long periods in between bites. It's just such slow momentum. And the thought that's running through my mind now is if I do catch one more fish and I guess it wrong, I can't recover from that. To have to start this challenge all over again and catch another 5 fish in the time that's remaining, it just isn't possible. So yeah, I am feeling the pressure a bit, but I have had a change of tactics today. That the last fish I caught did come literally less than 2 minutes after I cast to a showing fish. So I do think if I can put a bait right in front of a fish, then there is a chance of a quick bite. So I'm kind of just recasting this single hook baits. I've come off the PVA bags today. I don't want sort of patches of bait dotted all over the lake. I'm just casting single bright high attract hook baits regularly, hoping to snatch a quick bite. And it's probably been about 20 minutes or so since I made a recast, so that's what I'm going to go and do right now. Well, in the past 5 minutes, we've just been looking in this shallow corner to our left, and as the sun's got up, there is about at least 10 fish milling round in about 2.5 feet of water. I think while the fish have just left this bit, it's a good opportunity to sneak a rig in place. Oh, it was a liner. It's just spooked out, look. Let's go and do it from there. I'd better get a better line angle rather than going to all this. There must be at least 15 fish over my hook bait. There's some big fish there. This will be a right result actually, because I can actually see the fish I hook. I should be able to land it within 30 seconds. Yeah, there's a few there, isn't there? I can't believe I haven't had a take. Now I've got a carpy rod rest. That'll make all the difference. There's so many there, how can that not go? Well, I feel like I've kind of wasted today almost, to be honest. After seeing all them fish in this corner to my left, I really did expect to catch, well, not just one, but catch a couple of fish today. But it just turned out to be very frustrating and demoralising, quite frankly. At times there must have been a dozen or more fish sat right above my hook bait in a little hole in amongst the weed. It was being visited regularly, getting liners non-stop all day, and every now and then fish were tipping down to have a bit of a feed on the pellet from the PVA bag, and despite trying various different hook bait options, I haven't had a bite, not a sniff, and it's just got me thinking, well, if there's been a dozen or more fish sat right above my hook bait, inches away from it, and I can't get a bite, what chance have I got when I'm fishing further out tonight where I don't know if there's going to be fish there or not? It really has, it really knocks my confidence going into the last night. Also, the weather tonight is not going to be great. Last night was tricky, it was cold. Tonight it's going to be colder. It's getting down below freezing tonight.
and if I only managed to get, well, 3 bites last night, I think the chances of getting another 3 bites in worse conditions, yeah, I can't see it happening. I think I'm staring down the barrel of a defeat here.
Now that the rods are all set ready for tonight, I thought I'd just quickly go through the rigs that I've been using. This is the rig, the setup I've been using for fishing single hook baits or with the little mesh bags. I've got 18 pound Exocet main line running straight through to the rig, no tubing or any leaders. For that reason, I'm using one of the naked line tail rubbers, which is a nice sort of tapering in there, which prevents any tangles. Then we have one of the slick leg clips and a 4-ounce lead. Then we have one of the mini tungsten anti-tangle sleeves. Coming down from that, the hook link itself is made out of 25 pound Camotex semi-stiff. Then we have one of the quick change pop-up weights, that's the size BB. The hook is a size 6 SSBP hook. A little bit of silicone there just on the shank, just to trap the hair in place. And the hook bay is a 14mm Northern Special pop-up, and I've trimmed it down with a pair of scissors just to make it a bit of a barrel shape, and that's critically balanced by the weight of this BB quick change pop-up weight. Now the rig I've been using to fish my solid bags is very almost identical really. Again, 18 pound Exocet running straight through. I have a 3-ounce flat pair inline lead. The hook link this time is 25 pound reflex braid. You want a nice supple braid so you can fold the hook link inside the confines of a small PVA bag. Again, a BB quick change pop-up weight. Same hook, size 6 SSBP, and this is a acid pear pop-up. Again, that's been trimmed down so it sits nice and slowly, sinks nice and slowly under the weight of this BB pop-up weight. You'll notice on both the rigs that the pop-up is actually set to fish fairly low. The lake bed out there, it's a sandy bottom, it's relatively clean. I don't need to pop it up off any debris or anything like that. And in those situations, I think a lower lying pop-up does work better. As you can see, again, both the rigs are virtually identical. It's only really the hook link itself that's any great difference. But so far, they have worked really well for me, and hopefully they will carry on doing the biz for me tonight.
How comes you're not having Bovril?
Because Bovrил's a main course and tea's are like a dessert course, and I've just had spaghetti bolognese, and Bovril doesn't follow spaghetti bolognese. Everyone knows that.
You haven't had any Bovril today.
I can't enjoy my brew with you filming.
No?
No,
Why not?
because you know what satisfaction I get from doing that. I know I feel a bit on the spot now, so. Harry,
You're actually getting pissed off?
well, I just feel a bit under. Oh. See, you did that.
I can see that happening.
I think the best bit about winter fishing is I don't have to check my kettle to see if there's any slugs in it. There's just no slugs about. Well, it's just a bit chilly this morning. People who refer to things as like male or female, usually female, like, she's cold this morning. Is that northern?
When I was a match angler, any bait we used, you always put the word "the" in front of it, always.
Right.
So it'd be like, is the rod out, mate? I've a couple, what's the catching on? The bread. The bread? I was using the corn, but tried that, no good. I went on to the meat. Couldn't get a bite on the meat. Went on to the bread, filled me boots. So tonight I'm using the bags with the pellet. Well, this was the a rather serendipitous cast, this one. I had it clipped up to a spot that I found about a rod length off the reeds. Harry seems to have forgotten to ask me whether I think this one is bigger or smaller.
Yeah, bigger or smaller?
I think this one's smaller.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Can you bring that net round? You won't be able to, will you? Well, I said I was fishing down a reedy margin, and it's just gone round a reed, and it's all gone a little bit solid here. If I can just ping the line free, we'll be all right. Otherwise, well, we won't be. Oh, thanks, mate. It's actually still snagged on something. Luckily, it's only shallow margins here. It's not far out at all. It's literally just down here. There he is. He's free. Well, I said it was smaller. Yeah, he's smaller. That was completely out of the blue, that one. But yeah, I was saying before about my serendipitous cast. I had it all clipped up to a spot that I found. And as the line hit the clip on the cast, it pinged out of the clip and went about another 6 foot further. Managed to feel it down, and it went down with an absolute crack when that lead landed. Absolutely perfect. So sign from the carp gods, that one. Thank you.
You sure you want me to weigh this one, Harry? You've already just said it's way smaller.
Yes, we need the pounds and ounces. It might be really dense. That's what I'm hoping.
I think this one's only about £10, I think, £11. £11, 5 ounces.
Happy with that?
I am happy with that. Because it's below average size, and as soon as I picked up the rod, it felt a little bit skittish. It felt a little bit more erratic than the other ones. So here we are, £11, 5 ounces. This one, fish number 4, 3 correct guesses in a row. I never thought I'd be at this stage. I really didn't, to be honest. I didn't think I'd manage to catch 4 carp, let alone guess 3 correctly. But that just puts me 2 correct guesses away from a victory. This fish is kind of below average size for the lake as well. So, you know, it kind of tips the odds in my favour again. And I do feel like things have kind of all sort of fit into place, really. I'm feeling quite buoyant. 5 minutes ago I was feeling really down, as I'm sure you could tell, but going into tonight I'm actually I'm feeling in a pretty good mood. I'm feeling quite confident now. Well, good morning. As you can see, it's a rather chilly start to the day. As soon as that sun went down last night, everything was covered in frost. The weatherman did predict it would fall below zero, and it certainly did last night. But I was still actually half confident of nicking a bite. I did think it would happen, but both the landing nets are still frozen to the spot. They haven't moved, and yeah, it was a really quiet night. I've seen 2 fish show this morning, unfortunately both of them have been sort of well over to my right, in front of where another angler is fishing, so it's not like I can even up sticks and move to where I've seen fish. But I mean, there's 5 or 6 hours of this challenge remaining. It is going to be a monumental sort of task to pass it, really. You know, I've got to catch 2 fish and guess them correctly. But 5 or 6 hours is quite a long time in carp fishing. Anything can happen, so we'll just have to wait and see.
About 15 minutes ago I had to nip back to the van to get my phone that had been on charge, and on the way to the van I saw probably about 50 carp in this reedy corner. I was crying out for a bit of stalking, but unfortunately all the fish were swimming around this no fishing sign. But anyway, I've legged it back to the peg, grabbed a couple of rods, net and mat, a few bits and pieces, and I'm going to go just round the corner. There's another peg which allows me to cast back into this sort of reedy bay here. So hopefully if we do that we can extract one pretty quickly. Well, in the short time it's taken me just to walk around here, the sun's gone in, it's gone really overcast, and it has made sort of spotting these fish a little bit more difficult. But I have noticed a ghostie just swimming around on the edge of the reeds, and I saw 2 or 3 shapes around him moving over it as well, so he's well and truly stitched his mates up, he has. So oh yeah, they're still here. Right, come on Harry. Yeah. I think it's bigger. You'll know better than me, you can see it. This one's a fair bit bigger. This could be the biggest one of the trip, this. That's a nice fish, isn't it?
How long have that been out for?
About a minute. Yes. Oh. I'm pleased iPhones have such crap battery life, otherwise I wouldn't have had to nip back to the van to put it on charge. I might not have seen these fish. I think that's the biggest one of the trip, that. Yeah.
You certainly guessed it right.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I hit it, it came up on the surface and started wallowing about, so... so yeah, I couldn't really get that one wrong. That's a really nice fish, that, isn't it? I'll have a photo of that. Quickly.
I thought you said with it.
No, I'm just going to take a photo of its scale and put it on Instagram. Just had this really nice mirror. Here's a picture of its scale. That's the thing to do. Ah, I've done it again! I forgive you. £20.12. That's a bit of a result.
Yeah.
It's a massive result, really, because that's well above average. Well above average. So here he is, £20, 12 ounces. Really nice looking fish too. Nice dark scaly fish, and comfortably above average size, which kind of makes my next task a little bit easier. I could almost predict now whether it be next fish will be bigger or smaller. I'm not going to, obviously, but yeah, I'm feeling quite happy. There's around 2 hours of this challenge remaining. This bite came within 2 minutes to cast into that group of fish. One more bite, and as far as I'm concerned, I think it'll be job done.
Okay. Put it back. I want to have a word.
What?
I think we've been a bit lenient with you, haven't we?
I fail to see how.
Well, being able to guess whether a fish is bigger or smaller than the next fish within 30 seconds of you hooking it is obviously not that hard. It's not much
Not
of
that
a
easy
challenge,
either, is it really?
Well, you've got 4 in a row, so it must be pretty easy. So I think just to make things a little bit more interesting, for your 5th and final fish in a row, all you've got to do is guess the weight of it to the nearest pound within 30 seconds. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah, you think you're being overly harsh, but that fish I had, that was on the top within 2 seconds, and I could see, my first thought was, that's probably a 20, that. So you think you're being harsh, but I'm actually, yeah, fine.
Really?
I'll watch it all backfire on you, yeah? No?
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah.
Great.
No, I'm absolutely fine with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Here we go.
Go on.
Do you want me to predict it now?
Try. Yeah.
Well, despite my confidence, it suddenly stopped looking good up at other end. The fish just pushed right into the back of the reeds, and they just weren't accessible from where I was. So I've moved back to where I was fishing yesterday. I'm going with a different approach this time. I'm going with float fishing tactics. I'm just going to float fish a little bit of bread. Before I went up there, I did actually put a little bit of bait in here, and there are fish feeding on it right now. I can see them bubbling up on where I put that bait. This really is my very last chance. There's around an hour before Harry is going to call time on this one. So in a situation when I'm wanting to be as slow and as quiet as possible, I'm also kind of rushing a little bit more than I'd like, really. But I only need one bite. £16. I literally just struck at the float and it came on the surface straight away. I'm going to say £16. Well, Harry was mincing around down the bank and a fish just poked his nose out of these reeds to my left. I just lowered in a little piece of bread flake underneath a little float, and the fish just came along and tipped down and took it straight away. My heart is absolutely pounding. Oh, it's grating, and it's all gone solid. No, it's moving again. I think I've underestimated this. Oh no. Right. Come on. Oh, I've got a welly full. Come on. Yes! Let's have a look. I reckon it's bigger than £16. It's a lovely looking fish, linear, awesome looking fish. I'm not going to be disappointed no matter what the outcome is. I'm really not. But let's weigh it anyway. So this is the moment that this whole session has been leading up to. I managed to get my 6 fish I needed. I've got between 15.8 and 16.7. Yeah?
Yeah.
You've got You've got to be kidding me. Right, reweigh.
No second chances.
That's even bigger that time. I won't do it. I won't do it then. I can't believe it. One ounce. To be fair, I actually thought it was neither 17, but 1 ounce. I have literally lost my words. Well, this is the fish that I needed so desperately to pass this challenge. It has been hard work, and to lose by an ounce after Harry sort of changed his rules around and everything, to lose by an ounce, it is a massive kick in the teeth. I am disappointed, but at the same time, it has been enjoyable fishing for me. I do like it when it's not easy and you do have to work at it. I've had fish on a variety of different tactics, solid bags, single hook baits, mesh bags. I've had a cracking 20 pounder as well. But to finish off the session with a stalked February fish, just float fishing, a little bit of bread, watching the fish take the hook bait. It is a nice way to finish off the session. If it had been an ounce lighter, then it would be an even better way to finish the session, wouldn't it? So there you go. I really can't be too disappointed, can I? It's been a great session. So thank you very much, Dave Preston. Challenge failed, but better luck next time, eh? If you'd like to watch more of my challenge videos, then click the link here. Or if you'd like to subscribe to Fox Fishing TV, then click the link here.
That was good.